Will everybody please silence your phones? We will begin our program shortly.
Good morning. My name is Ari Jenkins, and I'm the Uniform Advisor to Security Operations. Whether you're here in person at TSA headquarters or joining us online, it is an honor to have you here with us today for this solemn anniversary. As you know, today marks 23 years since the horrific and devastating attacks against our homeland on September 11th, 2001. We're here today to honor the memory of those we lost and to reaffirm our commitment to never forget. To officially begin our 9/11 ceremony, please rise if you are able for the presentation of colors by the TSA Honor Guards from Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport and Washington Dulles International Airport. Please remain standing for the national anthem to be performed by Keisha Jenkins, a coordination officer at Raleigh-Durham International Airport.
Right shoulder, arms. Forward, out, have, right, have, right, have, have, right, have, have, right, 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 have, hard time, march. Ready, hold, have, haste, freeze and humps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Right shoulder, hump. How about haste, post, colors. Ready, up, ready, haste. Forward, halt, have, right, have, right, have, have, heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome TSA Security Operation Executive Assistant Administrator Melanie Harvey, who will say a few words and host a moment of silence.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for participating in this event, whether you are here in the room, whether you are in another room watching, or whether you are around the country. Thank you so much for participating and choosing to spend some time here today. I'm honored to serve the people of security operations as their leader, and I have the opportunity to see the dedication and commitment of this workforce firsthand every day. We're joined today, in fact, by the national finalists in our annual TSO Olympics, the very best of the best focused on threat detection and our security mission. I see each and every day how you, the people of TSA, honor the memory of those lost on 9/11 through your commitment to our mission. It's hard to believe that 23 years have passed since that tragic day, and for many of us, the memories are still vivid. And also, we have welcomed new colleagues who were not yet born when the attacks occurred. But whether you're a seasoned member of our team or a newer addition, we all share a deep connection to the events of 9/11 and a collective responsibility to ensure such a tragedy never happens again, not on our watch. We remember the lives lost, as well as the incredible bravery and courage of the first responders on that day. I'm proud to stand alongside you in our security mission and in service to the American people. We're united by a common purpose, driven by a sense of duty and a shared dedication to protecting people and securing transportation. Today, as we remember those who fell on 9/11, we also recommit ourselves to the important mission with which we have been entrusted. It is a promise from which we will never retreat, and it is a commitment that will not waver. And now I invite you all to take a moment to reflect on the events of 9/11, to honor those who fell and remember those who have since given their lives to a safer and more secure nation. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you.
I get a situation with American 11, American 11. He is a 767 departing Boston going to LAX. We don't know where the aircraft is going.
On 9/11, I was a duty officer in operations, FAA headquarters. I'm going to end up working 28 hours, so I have pockets of information that I don't recall, but the beginning was very clear. Around 8:35, I had someone enter our area looking for Mike Weichert. Mike Weichert was in charge of our incident management. And I could tell in her face, and her eyes looked like sewer lids, she was very uptight and excited. I need a duty officer. And I said, well, Laura, it's not my week, but I'll be glad to fill in and we'll bring Mike up to speed. Great, can you come with me? And I paged him and I said, Mike, meet me in Intel ASAP, Bob. So we opened this massive door, and the first words that I heard, it just dropped 75 feet. I almost can't breathe because I kind of know that we're talking about an aircraft.
Need you to look west of Albany, American 11, and put him on your scope. He is, Nordo has been since he talked to Boston High. We assume he's at flight level 290. We're not sure. We think there's someone in the cockpit with him.
The Intel supervisor came over to me. She will say, Bob, this is all we know. This American Flight 11, a passenger has just been stabbed in 2A. We believe he's deceased. We are not in communications with the aircraft, and we are hearing different pieces of information and it's being passed to us on one of our select phones. So they put that together that it was a hijacking or likelihood of a hijacking. Mike Weichert will open the door, and then he says, okay, Bob, go and get our director, and I'm going to go upstairs and activate everything. Well, bring everyone that you encounter in the way and bring them right up to the 10th floor. And that's how 9/11 started for us.
Boston has lost track, and on our frequency, we have confirmed that it was a hijack.
Yeah, New York confirms we've lost the track as well, and we got a report of an ELT in the area that the track was in. Kennedy Tower reports. Are you serious? Kennedy Tower reports that there was a fire at the World Trade Center, and that's the area where we lost the airplane.
After the dust had settled and you saw the government response, you knew there was going to be more effort, more budget, more resources, more manpower, more everything.
You've said, Mr. McGaugh, that you'll need to hire 65,000 workers to man all those airport security checkpoints. That's more than twice as many of the screeners as you have right now. Can you possibly find and train that many people?
Well, we can. The applications are well over 100,000.
There was about 1,800 employees that will be mass transferred to TSA. I'm going to apply and I'll be selected to go to policy only for a couple months. And then I lucked out and I went into one of the best jobs of my whole career. And that was working in the Office of Law Enforcement, where we worked specialized vulnerability assessments. And I truly loved it. And then that boomeranged me right into going to international. Why I loved being a TSAR, you are actually educating that country and the embassy on your capabilities of your agency. While you are a TSA employee, you're working directly for that government as well as an advisor, if you will. And I look back at my career for that. That was something that I've accomplished and felt very honored to have been a part of that. I do like Pops and Funkos, and again, a lot of the characters that kind of give me humor and are entertaining. And that's my family. This was a cool memento left over from the previous Federal Security Director, Barbara Powell. That's an old FAA plaque. That's when I first started in federal government, 1988 to 97, when I'll actually move to headquarters. I had traveled so much when I was a TSAR. I just needed to just slow down a little bit. It was really important to bring my family back together. That was wonderful. And when I thought about being a federal security director, I didn't know that it was going to happen or not happen. But when you land in the right spot, you just know. And sometimes you can't even put words into it.
Bob's a true leader. So he's a compassionate leader, and he's very supportive, providing, guiding direction. His rapport with the officers is absolutely tremendous, and he just helps with the level of chemistry across all teams. It helps bring people together, empowers and encourages everybody towards a common goal.
He remembers your name, and he seems to be interested in what you're doing, and remembers what we have talked about in the past, which I didn't expect that level, me being also a newer officer.
And you can't lead from your desk. I asked, can I be trained in the walkthrough, the AIT? And my own training department said, sir, respectfully, we can't do that. I will literally sweat with them. I was sweating. I had gloves on. I move bins. It's about presence more than anything else. That's the big trait for me. As a terrorism analyst in the Army, I understand what goes on. I've worked internationally. I've worked with governments that like us. I've worked with governments that don't like us. TSA is the gold standard. No other country really has that.
Bob's life and devotion to the service of this country has mirrored counterterrorism and, by extension, 9/11, and then the creation of TSA, and then Homeland Security as a larger role. So Bob was born for this job.
My name's Bob McLaughlin. I'm the Federal Security Director, Fort Myers International Airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my privilege to welcome TSA Deputy Administrator Holly Canaveri, who will lead today's program.
Thank you, Ari, for that kind introduction and for guiding us through this solemn day as we gather to commemorate the 23rd anniversary of 9/11. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Ari Jenkins, who began her journey as a TSO in Los Angeles, then transferred to Atlanta, and after leading several critical security efforts, she is now serves as a uniformed advisor here at headquarters. Ari, your dedication truly embodies the spirit of service that defines TSA, and we thank you. I also want to express my gratitude to Keisha Jenkins for her stirring rendition of our national anthem and extend a warm welcome and heartfelt thanks to the Dulles and Reagan National Airport Honor Guards for their presence here today. We are also fortunate to have members of the 18 teams participating in the TSA Olympics this week here in the audience. Thank you for demonstrating such incredible excellence in performing your work and executing our mission. We are very proud of you. I also want to thank SCPA for organizing today's ceremony, particularly Eric Toomer, who led the charge, and the many program offices who supported them in putting on the event. And finally, it is with great respect and gratitude that I acknowledge several distinguished leaders who have been instrumental in shaping TSA into what it is today. Admiral Peter Neffinger, former TSA Administrator, Tom Blank, former TSA Deputy Administrator, and Patty Cogswell, former TSA Deputy Administrator. Thank you for your enduring contributions and for joining us as we reflect on this significant day. Today, we have come together to remember the tragic events that led to the creation of TSA nearly 23 years ago. It is both moving and inspiring to see so many of our colleagues here in person, united in our shared commitment to honor the fallen and reaffirm our dedication to TSA's vital mission. Your unwavering commitment to securing our nation's transportation system is a source of immense pride. I am also heartened to see some of our DHS colleagues with us here today. We are one DHS working together to protect our country from terrorism and other threats to the homeland. Thank you all for being here. There is one day that connects us all, one day that connects every American. That day is September 11th, 2001. Many of us carry a memory of that day, a feeling, a sense of profound loss. I still remember the fear and uncertainty I felt. I was working here downtown, a few blocks from the White House, heading into a routine staff meeting when everything changed. My heart was with so many that day, including my brother, who was working in his office in Lower Manhattan that day. He had a view of the towers from his window. He heard the first plane, and he saw the second. He was a witness to the horror. I'll never forget the sound of his voice when he called me. Thankfully, James made it to Grand Central and out of the city, but too many others were not as fortunate. Nearly 3,000 lives were taken from us that day, including 184 men and women at the Pentagon, not far from where we stand now. Each of those lives were connected to a family, friends, and futures that were stolen away. As time passes, memories fade for some, and life inevitably goes on. But here at TSA, our memories have not faded. The victims of 9/11 are not forgotten, nor will they ever be. TSA's mission was born out of that tragic day, and is a mission that we recommit ourselves to each year on this occasion. It is a mission that brought each of us to TSA, a mission that has led us to careers dedicated to protecting our nation. 9/11 is why so many of us serve. I'm deeply proud to serve alongside each and every one of you. You have not chosen an easy path. Day in and day out, each of you, our TSA workforce, carries the weight of the mission, just like members of our armed forces, first responders, and so many others who stand in defense of our nation. You do this in memory of those who fell on 9/11. Our uniforms may be different, and our responsibilities unique, but together we are united in protecting our nation in honor of that day. Much has changed since TSA was founded. The threats we face are more dynamic, more diverse, and more challenging than ever before. But our dedication has never wavered. Change is inevitable, but we always remember where we came from, embrace who we are, and look forward to who we will become. And we don't do this alone, but together. Our success depends on focusing on our people, our partners, and the mission. For 23 years, the TSA workforce has faced these evolving challenges head on. Our responsibilities have grown, encompassing the surface transportation sector, cyber threats, insider threats, and the rise of unmanned aviation systems. We have forged crucial partnerships in our fight against terror, partnerships essential to securing our nation's transportation systems. We've embraced new technology, new processes, and encouraged innovation. Technology that not only enhances the passenger experience, but also strengthens security. None of this would be possible without you, your dedication and commitment. TSA is an agile agency, largely because of our workforce. Each one of you, our TSOs, FAMs, inspectors, intelligence and vetting analysts, canine handlers, explosive specialists, each one of you plays a critical role in making TSA a better agency. This week, as we celebrate TSA Olympics at headquarters, we are further reminded of the talent and dedication that define our workforce. And when we declare on this day and every day, not in our watch, it is more than just a phrase. It's a promise that we will work to fulfill every single day. We stand together here today to ensure that the events of 9/11 will never happen again. And by pausing each year on this day, we honor those who fell and those who have since given their lives in pursuit of a safer, more secure nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Canaveri, for your reflections and your words of inspiration. And now, please join me in welcoming STSO Christina Piet, who will read the recommitment oath.
Forged on an anvil of cruel necessity and bloodshed innocently. TSA was built urgently in a time of war to preserve peace. From all walks of life, we came forward to serve at an agency built of innovation, patriotism, and steady virtue. We are firm in our role. We are firm in our resolve to not yield to terror, driven by a noble and critical mission. I proudly serve with integrity and professionalism to protect my family, community, and fellow citizens. Today, I recommit myself to my role in safeguarding my country and reaffirm my promise to the American people, not on my watch.
Thank you, Christina. Now, please rise and welcome back DCA and IAD Honor Guards for the retiring of the colors.
Remember, don't swing your arm. Right shoulder. Arms. Forward. Punch. Hap. 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 Right. 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 Hard time. Punch. Ready. Hold. Ready. Pace. Retrieve. Colors. Ready. Up. Ready, pace. Forward, march. Half, 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 right. 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 Half.
Thanks to LTSOs John Stevens Dominic and Maria Garcia, Deputy Commander MSTI Aaron Brown, and Commander TPO Tatiana Bonagachea. Hope I got that right. From Washington Dulles International Airport, thanks to LTSOs Nikki Panyaman Johansson and Larry Douglas, STSOs Stephen So, and TSOs Mingji Lee and Sarah O'Brien. DCA and IED Honor Guards, please accept our sincere thanks for your service today and every day. For those of you here in attendance, I encourage you to take the tour of Mission Hall that are outside to the doors to the left to see the exhibits on 9/11 and TSA history. If you're online, you can see a virtual tour at tsa.gov/history. And thank you to everyone for joining us today. This concludes our ceremony. Have a good day.